There are places on this planet that just hum with mystery. They pull you in with stories whispered on the wind, tales of treasure, and secrets buried deep within the earth. Oak Island, a small, unassuming patch of land off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, is one of those places. It doesn't look like much from a distance, just a collection of trees and rock. But for over 2 centuries, this island has been the epicenter of one of the greatest treasure hunts in history. It's a story filled with cryptic clues, heartbreaking failures, and honestly, the kind of relentless hope that defies all logic. The question that has driven generations of searchers to financial ruin, and sometimes even to their deaths, is simple. What lies beneath Oak Island? The whole saga kicks off way back in 1795. The story goes that a teenager named Daniel McGinnis was wandering the island when he noticed something strange. He saw a circular depression in the ground, and hanging from a tree branch directly above it was an old ship's block and tackle. His mind immediately went to one place: pirate treasure. McGinnis, along with 2 friends, John Smith and Anthony Vaughn, decided to start digging. They were convinced they were on the verge of a life-changing discovery. What they found was far more complex than a simple buried chest. Just a few feet down, they hit a layer of flagstones. 10 feet deeper, they encountered a platform of oak logs. This pattern repeated every 10 feet, a clear sign that this wasn't a natural formation. Someone had gone to extraordinary lengths to engineer this shaft. The pit was quickly dubbed the Money Pit. News of the strange pit spread, and soon, more organized efforts began. In the early 1800s, a group called the Onslow Company took over the dig. At the 90-foot mark, they made a stunning discovery: a large stone tablet inscribed with strange symbols. According to accounts, the inscription, when translated, read something like, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. But the island had a trick up its sleeve. As the Onslow Company prepared for their final push to the treasure, they returned the next morning to find the money pit had filled with water. It was a devastating setback. They had triggered something, a hidden mechanism designed to protect the pit's contents, the island's infamous Booby Trap. For the next century and a half, the search was a cycle of hope and failure. Dozens of syndicates and companies were formed, each believing they had the technology and the plan to finally beat the island's defenses. But along the way, they started finding clues. One of the most perplexing discoveries came in the form of coconut fiber, layers of it found deep in the money pit. The strange part? Coconuts are not native to Nova Scotia. Another find, a lead cross, unearthed in modern times, has been dated to a period between 1200 and 1600 AD. This artifact predates the pirate era significantly and opens the door to theories involving groups like the Knights Templar, who were seeking refuge after their persecution in Europe. As the years turned into decades, and then centuries, a darker legend began to grow around Oak Island: the legend of a curse. An old prophecy states that 7 men must die in the search for the treasure before it can be found. To date, 6 men have tragically lost their lives in various accidents on the island. The modern era of the hunt is defined by 2 brothers from Michigan, Rick and Marty Lagina. They became obsessed with the Oak Island mystery as kids after reading about it in a 1965 issue of Reader's Digest. Armed with their own funds, a team of experts, and cutting-edge technology, they began the most systematic and scientific search in the island's history, chronicled on the hit TV show The Curse of Oak Island. So, after more than 225 years of digging, what is the leading theory? The truth is, there isn't one. There are dozens. The classic theory, of course, is pirate treasure, but the sheer complexity suggests something more elaborate. The reason the search has been so difficult is because the original builders were brilliant. The flood tunnels are the work of a genius, designed to use the ocean itself as an impenetrable barrier. As of today, the search continues, fueled by tantalizing clues and unwavering determination. The Lagina brothers and their team are still there, still digging, still hoping. Maybe the treasure is real, a hoard of gold and jewels beyond imagination. Or maybe the real treasure is the story itself, a 230-year-old adventure that has captured the imagination of the world. In the end, the enduring mystery of Oak Island reminds us that there are still secrets out there, waiting to be discovered. And for an explorer, there's no greater prize than that.